All right. Hello, YouTube. And waiting for Facebook to go live. Hello, Facebook. Hello, my family, career seekers. Hi, everyone. It's been a while. It's Jade from Career Journey Professional, helping you to find and land in the ideal job that's suitable of who you are, utilizing what you're good at, and really enjoying what's meaningful for you, for your career. Right, it's been a while, mainly because I'm actually getting really busy during COVID-19 because online education and online consultation is going into a booming stage, at least for me recently. And if you have been following me, you probably know that not just career coaching, we're actually launching into entrepreneur coaching as well. So if you are thinking to provide service-based, information-based service online, like what I'm doing online, and you want to know how to start your business from A to Z, come to us. And then this is where, and follow our page as well. This is where we're doing more live trainings and helping people to really start their business and scale this business using this online too. Anyway, so two things going to share today before we get started. First is I am sharing a valuable course that I created called Land Your Dream Career Starter Kit. It's a 5-step training, so there are 5 videos and some exercises in it for you to really get started in your career, finding that clarity and knowing where you're going and knowing what do you need for your own career, so you can actually live an ideal career and lifestyle, which is what I'm living right now. So blessed, so grateful, and I wish you can have that as well. So it's available. It's originally valued at $698, but it's available for free to access now for limited time only. So the link is down below. Go and click on that and then register. You'll start to get the training right away. Second thing is, if you are having your own individual concern about your career, you do want to find out if it's a good fit, if the course that we do, the coaching that we do is good for you, there's a link down below as well for your career diagnose, for your career strategy. I will have a look at what you're doing and what do you want to achieve to see if there's anything I can help or if it's a good fit for our course and for our coaching. So again, the link is down below. Go and click on that. Let's get started for the topic today. So the reason I want to talk about this today is you may be surprised. It's actually one of the topics that came up a lot recently with my client. I've taken on board several clients who are quite senior in their job at the moment. Some of them over 40 years old. I had an attorney over 20 years old experience, and they are still needing help with this topic. So no more being undervalued. Secret to promotion and pay raise, if you may, if you're from the US. Anyway, so this is not new. If you're just very junior in the job workforce, or like I shared, my clients, I have a couple of clients who are in their 40s, close to 50s, and still facing this kind of challenges. So why do you need to do it? And what do you lose if you don't do it right? So as the topic suggested, I will share a little bit of my experience when I get started in my career. And this is a pattern that I noticed with my clients as well. In the early stage of your career or in the junior stage of your career, this may or may not apply to all of you, but I do see a trend or pattern there. So at an early stage of your career, you may be very busy, just building the foundation, getting solid understanding of things. You're just very keen to study, to learn, to get into the job, to do it well. And when it comes to promotion, your job title, when it comes to your pay raise, you'll be like, oh, it's not the biggest concern. It's not my priority at the moment. So you're kind of undermining yourself, undervalue yourself already. And it reaches a tipping point. Normally for me and my clients, around 5 to 7 years in, that's the point you started to notice, oh wow, people who have joined your office or who are in the same team as you, or say are the same level as you, they are getting promoted and you are not. So that is why that's the time people start to realize, oh, I want this too. Why is it on my turn? It's time for promotion, pay rise. Why is it on my turn? Why is it not happening to me? And then that's the point you started to have this realization or having this motivation and incentive to do that. Of course, there's a strategy to do it right. I actually have a 7-step strategy for you to negotiate the promotion and pay raise for you. And when we talk about promotion and pay raise, it's actually a combination of many things. On the surface, it looks like your job title. And of course, we want to have a better job title and better pay, right? It's actually a package. When you have your job title increased, that means your responsibilities, the tasks that you can do, your job descriptions are going to change. And normally you want people to offload some of the junior tasks, the repetitive tasks that you have been doing, so you can free yourself to do something more challenging, that you can be growing, that you can be, getting better at what you're doing. So that's all of the package that you want to negotiate. It's not necessarily just money or just a job title. A lot of the times, my clients who are not happy, it's because they are doing more than one person job just because they are good at it. However, they're not really getting the help, or they're not having somebody working under them to offload what they're doing. At the same time, when they want to stretch themselves, when they want to do work on bigger projects, work on challenging things and learn new things and have their skills and expertise grow, they cannot, because they're being held down by the things that they're still doing because no one is helping them. So coming back to my point, why do we need promotion and pay raise? It has to start from you. All it takes is simply ask. Here, I will share a statistic which I mentioned a few times before in some of my other videos and trainings. In Australia and in general in the Western world, there's a percentage of how many people are asking for pay raise and promotion. The number is 38%. 38% of people have never asked for pay raise or promotion or a negotiation in their job journey, career journey. What does that mean? That means the other 62% of people sitting next to you, people are in the same office as you, when they go into that performance review room, when they go into that door with the manager behind the door, when the door is closed, they are fighting for themselves. They are negotiating for themselves. They are asking for that promotion and pay raise for themselves. Now, not saying the other 38%, if this is you, it's bad. It's not bad. It just means that, well, 2/3 of people are doing it. You may as well think about it and do it in the right way. But what happens is, if you don't ask, it will never happen, right? Your salary will go with the inflation that every year 1 to 2% depends. This year, maybe even less because our economy is not that good. If you don't ask, it's never going to happen. If you ask, you get a better chance at getting closer to what you want. One example I want to share with my client, she's working in an insurance company, been working there for the past 5 years. So in total, she worked 10 years. She asked so with the strategy we came up with to prepare her promotion business case, she asked for a 40% pay raise, and eventually she got up 30%. Well, it's quite a big increase, but there's a reason behind it and why we asked it. So I will use this as an example. You can see that she didn't exactly get that 40%, but she get much closer to as 30%, which is much closer to what she wanted, right? But if you don't ask, it's not going to happen. She didn't get a pay rise for the past 3 years, and that is why she came to me. So here, I do want to ask you a question. If you are already working and you have never asked for pay rise or promotion, what do you think you have lost? I'll ask that again. If you have never asked for pay rise or promotion, think about people who may have surpassed you. Maybe your peer, they have got promoted, your classmate, your alumni, they have got promoted along the career ladder. What have you lost? One of the example, again, I will give, it's another client of mine, been working for 5 years, so still at the junior stage of her career. 2 years ago, a new join came to her team. Now, my client is Asian, so this new join is actually a white girl, and she's very good at talking to other people and sharing what she has done well, and to some extent exaggerated as well, telling everyone in the kitchen, in the pantry, what she has done. And guess what happened when it comes to promotion? She's the one gotten promoted. And is my client doing less than her? Not necessarily. But this is what you can potentially lose. That opportunity to get promoted, the opportunity to become the leader, manager, working on more challenging tasks, really growing, having wider exposure, and also opportunities to step into manager levels, senior level, medium level. So the question goes on. If you still don't ask for promotion and pay rise, 3 years down the track, 5 years down the track, what can you potentially lose? What can you potentially lose? What would happen? It's not just your job title. It's not just the potential pay raise you can get. It's the support. It's the training. It's the opportunity to grow. It's your self-confidence. It's your relationships at work. It's your network. It could be everything. What's the life quality for you and your family as well? So it's quite serious. Going back to my first point, it starts from you. It starts from you recognizing your value. If you're already recognizing that, or some of my clients, and I used to feel resentment when I'm not getting promoted. I was just sitting in the corner, working so hard and expecting other people to see it, and just somehow magically I'll be the one to get promoted. It has to start from you, and all it takes is to ask in the right way with strategy, and being prepared. It's going to be a process. As we all know, from day one, you talk to your manager, and your manager needs to talk to her manager's manager, and the whole process of being approved, and eventually you getting that job title, being announced, and having that pay in your bank account. It's going to take time. It's a process, and it's a back and forth communication, and you want it to be a smooth and fluent and strategic communication. So that's actually what's included in one of our key modules about mastering your communication at work, which is something I really love about, as you can see. So if you're interested, do reach out to us, see if that's something we can help you on. Going to my second point, how do you actually, the secret shift about having promotion and pay raise. I'm looking at both cameras because I have YouTube on as well. It's your responsibility to tell others what you're good at and pursue what you really want. Again, I will give you a little, let me ask you something. So if you're working in an office or in a team, can you clearly record or articulate, say the person next to you, what's their biggest achievement for the past 1 month? Or what's their biggest achievement for the last year? Or even for the past 3 or 5 years, if you have been working with them for some time? Can you clearly record that? If you can, awesome. You are really good at observing other people. You are really paying attention to detail. And if you cannot, that's perfectly normal. Because why? Every day we came to work, we all have our own responsibilities. We are all busy with our own work. And when we're not busy, we're busy in our head. We're worried about our own work or your client or your project, or you have other worries about your life, right? So that's just how it is. If you don't remember all your colleagues, their achievement, chances are they probably don't remember yours. Or they may have a vague idea saying, oh, I have Ray watching. Maybe Ray is really good at communication, but what has she really done well? I can't really recall. So that's what I mean. It's your responsibility to let your team member, to let your manager or people in your industry to know what you are good at. And think about it. It should be a very pleasant experience, or it should be something so easy and pleasant to share, right? It starts with all small talks. If you go to kitchen, if you buy coffee, if you go to lunch, and then there's your colleague or people from other department will be asking, hey, how are you doing? And it should be so easy. Oh, I'm actually working on this project that I actually managed to got 3 new clients, and that's like a 40% revenue increase. Very easy for you to share that. And nowadays, with the help of social media platform like LinkedIn, LinkedIn status, Facebook, it should be so easy. However, a lot of people are not aware, not conscious about this. And if it's Asian, it could be a bit difficult. But this is something, one of the strategy I would encourage my client to start doing. Reason being, when it eventually comes to the stage or that conversation that you're going to decide to ask for promotion or fight for yourself to ask for something you really want, if you're already planting the seed to people of what you have done, what you've done well, what really good, what skills you are good at, it should be easy and it should be a natural progression of you eventually getting there, right? So again, like I said, it should be your responsibility. And that's a big twist or shift for a lot of my clients to eventually recognize that and do that. Not waiting until, so one of the clients that I had recently, she's been working more than 20 years in the law industry. And she hasn't been recognized enough. And then it eventually turned into resentment. I experienced this as well. I have done so much. How come you haven't seen it? How come I'm not the one promoted? Right? So it's too late if it's already resentment. Not saying you can't do it from that point. Of course you can. You need to, manage your emotions first. But if you already started planting the seed, telling people what you're good at, it shouldn't be so hard. It shouldn't be so people wouldn't bypass you. They wouldn't be like they didn't see you. They wouldn't undervalue you that much. So step 2, it's be responsible of what you really want, and being responsible of helping others to understand what you're really good at. That's the second shift secret. And thirdly, and this is really from the bottom of my heart, sooner or later in your life, you have to learn how to ask, how to fight, and how to negotiate for yourself. And this stands for every area of your life. Think about it. If you're in a relationship with boyfriend, girlfriend, you are in a nutshell selling yourself to your boyfriend, and selling the future that you could potentially have together. Think about a conversation you have with your parents or with your kids. You are persuading them. You are using different theories, or you are using your life experiences. You are using samples to persuade them. That's negotiation as well. That's selling as well. And this is true for career. Eventually, you do need to know how to do that. No matter how quiet your job role is, even if it's a research role, you still want to get promoted. Or if you are working in a back office, you still need to negotiate with your manager. So you will need to learn how to ask and negotiate for yourself anyways. But the trick with my client is you need to learn it through your own way. You're not going to copy other people, because you cannot. You cannot pretend to be someone else. Again, you cannot. It's not going to last. So it has to start from you, and it has to be something that you feel comfortable with. And this is where I will help my client with the strategy, but you will eventually start practicing, tweaking, learning by doing, getting better and better. So you have to start from you, and it has to start from somewhere. And trust me, once you master this, it's going to be so useful in every area of your life. That's the 3 points, guys, that I want to share today. Rumbled a little bit on, but I love this topic, and I'm seeing my clients getting the result. So that's why I want to jump on and really share the secret behind. Like I said, if you do have your individual concerns, it does come down to an individual situation. We do have to look at your company, your manager's style of communication, your current situation, what's your business case is, you're going to promote yourself, treat yourself as a product, how are we going to promote it? And so if you do need that, book that chat down below, the heart-to-heart career diagnose chat. And don't forget, as I mentioned, I am having this career starter kit 5-step training free for now, just for a limited time. So go and register that. Otherwise, I wish you good luck for your career and business and your life. And I will see you in next video. And people from YouTube, please subscribe, leave a like, and I will see you. Bye. So just finish this and end the stream.